Wow, what a beautiful Canadian summer afternoon in July. I cannot wait to try out Tony Horton's new program, The Next Level. What? Not available in Canada? It's time to call in some favors.
Hello, this is your president, Donnie T, the best president.
Hey Don, it's JP.
I'd like to order 2 classic Chicago deep dish pizzas.
No Don, it's me, it's JP.
If Aka wants no ham on hers, it goes straight to her thighs. None of us need that.
Don, it's not the pizza place.
What is this, fake news?
It's John Paul Parrot, fitness reviewer.
Oh, I know you. Best review site ever, trust me.
Thanks.
Those other sites are worthless. Garbage. Horrible. The worst. Yours is the best. Well, except for mine. Mine is better. It's huge. It generates millions and millions
okay, Don.
and
Okay,
millions of dollars. Much like my hands, which are also huge.
Mr. President, I have a little problem here in Canada, and I thought maybe you could pull some strings for me.
What, is Beta Minister Justin still hiding under his bed?
Well, probably yes, but that's not actually why I'm calling.
Ah, what a loser.
Don, I need access to Tony Horton's Next Level, and right now it says Canada has no access. Now, I could go through the CRTC, but I'd rather have a fire hydrant enema, so I thought maybe you could help me out.
Do you need someone killed? Because I hear Crooked Hiller is looking for work.
Whoa, wait a second. I don't actually want anybody killed. Okay, hang on. Let me think that one over for a second.
Mr. Parrot, I'm going to give you some free advice. And trust me, I don't give anyone free advice, only people that I think are huge the best.
Well, there was Blake in high school.
If you want the benefits of an American, try thinking like an American. Strong, free, proud.
That's actually pretty profound, Don.
Flags everywhere. Lots of merchandise. Trust me, it works.
Okay, then.
And if that doesn't work, I still want my Chicago deep dish pizzas. I expect them in 30 minutes or less, or my money back.
Look, I really can't.
Clock's ticking, Parrot. I want those pizzas.
Oh, boy. Few names have made an impact in home fitness in the last 20 years more than Tony Horton, and his meteoric rise from B-level, actor to the face of Beachbody is nothing short of inspiring. It makes it all the more a compelling story when you take into account the drama that has since followed. His sudden departure from the company in 2017 took pretty much all of us by surprise. Carl Deichler may have been Beachbody's CEO, but it was Tony's P90X success that took it from a 2-bit straight-to-Walmart VHS bargain bin company into the fitness monster we have today. Now, love him or despise his infernal pterodactyl impression with the Fire of 1,000 Suns, you really can't deny without P90X, it was very unlikely Beachbody was ever going to take the world by storm with hip-hop abs or Brazil butt lift.
No! God, please, no! No!
To many, Tony was, and still is, the face of Beachbody. Consider this, he was with them for 20 years. But times do change. It's pretty easy to read the tea leaves as to why Tony parted ways by simply looking at his old company in its current form. Just about every workout that has come out in the last 5 years has been, for the most part, uninspired, androgynous, and rather aimless. Were I to boil it down further, there doesn't seem to be any purpose besides spending 20 minutes doing a calorie burn. And while I can do shadow boxing with Joel Freeman or try to work out with Autumn Calabrese and her ceramic-wrapped sweater muffins, the end result is the same. Bare bones resistance and cardio. 20 minutes of push-ups and running intervals would do you just as well. The original approach from P90X is a faded memory from the golden age of fitness videos. Workouts like that were friggin' hard, but it also left a lot of money on the table from people who wanted things toned down a bit. While any workout beats none, all these 20-minute workouts are kinda the same, and I'm fairly certain in my own mind that Tony felt the same way. So to his credit, he remained true to his original vision, but it also meant contracts were not renewed and his services were no longer required.
And stay out!
From there, let's be honest, things kinda tanked for Tony for a couple of years as he tried to go solo. His friend Tom Petty died, who in many ways I considered my co-pilot, as I drove the Canadian countryside looking for love and happiness as a young lad. The combined stress of that and the split no doubt heaped immeasurable stress on Tony. So much so that in 2017 he got hit with Ramsay Hunt syndrome, which I've seen drop guys half his age like they were hit by a wrecking ball. His impressive bounce back to film Next Level is a testament to the guy's resilience. Add that challenge to the fact that this was his first shot at making a workout series without any involvement from his former employer. Some may begin to suspect Tony of being a mutant. Now, acquiring this workout series was a challenge all its own. While access to Next Level in Canada has since become no problem, when I did my original online review back in 2019, it took a little bit of creativity to get access to. But believe me, if it's one thing we Canadians know best, it's how to do end runs around our socialist politicians. So by means of a VPN and a Roku subscription, I finally had my access. The difficulty lies squarely on the chosen distributor for Next Level, which was Gaiam. To say this company had fickle international access would be an understatement. On one side, I get why he did it, as mass video distribution and subscriptions are not exactly something you could do on a PC in your basement. On the other, Jump and Jim Brunzell, why Gaiam? Why not Amazon Prime, Apple TV, Netflix, even YouTube Red? But you chose Gaiam. Not to mention it created another level of complexity to add a $7 Gaiam membership onto an Amazon or Roku subscription if you chose to go that route. Sure, you got Next Level, but everything else Gaiam offered was pot-smoking hippies doing yoga. To some end, I think this scuttled the success of Next Level, which is a shame because it really did deserve better. But what was abundantly clear when I finally did manage to hit play was how this looked so much like a Beachbody product. Judging by the timelines of their latest offerings, it seems Beachbody was so laser-focused on their new direction that they couldn't see the forest for the trees. Next Level was a hit waiting to happen, and both parties stood to make a lot of money. Once you're in, you'll notice that Next Level has 2 seasons of workouts. 7 in Season 1 and 11 in Season 2. Season 1 has a bit of weight training, core, cardio. Hey, it's like we've seen this sort of thing before somewhere. Season 2 has a couple of MMA workouts thrown in, a bit core cardio, and some leg workouts that are actually quite impressive. Now, here's the thing that will either draw you in or have you running scared. Most workouts are roughly an hour. It's a somewhat more loose of a schedule than the original P90X, and resistance training isn't as rigidly defined, but a lot of similar elements are at play. But apart from the content of Next Level, most of the story is how it even managed to see the light of day in the first place. Making a production like this costs money, perhaps even millions. By the time you get a film crew, location, daily morning lattes for the staff, you've kissed more money goodbye than most of us will ever see. But this time, Tony didn't have access to the resources of his former company, and he had to do this all on his own. If you measure the wealth of a man by the quality of his friends, Tony Horton is sitting on a mountain of riches. Consider this. The entire Next Level was done on a shoestring budget. The cast were doing this pro bono and even supplied their own outfits. And the series includes favorites such as Alice, Tracy, Sean, and Bobby, that lovable hairy bastard Stevenson. All of them pitched in to make what is a top-notch product. Those are true friends. I can't even get my brother-in-law to return my chainsaw. Take all that and now look at the finished product, which is practically indistinguishable from a high-budget Beachbody series. Suddenly, Next Level looks less of a workout series and more like a modern production miracle. Why Beachbody passed on greenlighting and distributing this is almost unthinkable and can only mean people over there are smoking crack. What is abundantly clear is that Next Level does follow in the footsteps of P90X. In fact, that's probably why Beachbody is not the distributor. Allow me to elaborate, dear viewer. I think we can all agree that lately Beachbody has become the half-hour workout channel. With few exceptions, very little dares to exceed 45 minutes anymore. Not here. All but one of the workouts exceeds 1 hour. Is that a good thing? Well, in my opinion, yes. Sorry folks, but this half-hour fitness craze is not a long-term strategy to break any plateaus. When P90X first came out, the expectation was that we, as a consumer, had to strive to become good enough to get through it, not unlike a rite of passage. And then the bean counters got involved. That meant things got trimmed to have a broader appeal to a base that grew up getting participation trophies. True, it brought in revenue, but at the expense of now giving a diluted product. So with that in mind, look at Next Level not as something new, but rather as a return to former things. The idea that we need to sideline proven talent to bring in young, energetic trainers is, in my opinion, tragically short-sighted. Joel Freeman is a decent trainer by any standard, and if we ever need to sacrifice someone in a volcano, Leandro Carvalho would work in a pinch.
Leandro Carvalho, the fitness trainer equivalent of watching Winger in their 60s play 17.
To think guys like Tony Horton are expendable is somewhat ridiculous. It's comparatively easy for a young trainer in their prime to look good, but when a man is still killing it in his mid-60s, something tells me maybe that's worth paying attention to. Ultimately, it does appear we are going to have to be content with just 2 seasons of Next Level. While I was hopeful for a time, I no longer expect a season 3 to ever arrive. Tony appears to be focused on his new project, Power Nation, and I'm going to wager a guess that Gaiam will not be involved. But damn, what a good run this was, even if it was short and access was sketchy for a time. If anything, it just goes to show that good friends and teamwork are worth their weight in gold.